Hello student, how are you? I am Dr. Varsha Bhosle. We discussed in the last video on topic, which topic? Leontief paradox. So, is that clear? So student, today we are going to discuss on the uh, intra-industrial trade. So, what is mean by intra-industrial trade? So student, intra-industrial trade is that when a country simultaneously import and export, simultaneously import and export. So uh, similarly type of goods or services classified in the same sector. For example, listen, in the car sector, intra-industry trade occur of if Germany export car to France and simultaneously import cars from Italy. So listen student, firstly this raise the question why Germany is exporting cars in exchange for importing cars instead of focusing exclusively on the so-called intra-industry trade. Is that clear? So which is exporting cars in exchange of importing different type of goods such as food or airplanes. So secondly, I explained that this poses the question why different goods are categorized together in the same sector. In this back situation, the exporting Volkswagen, name of the car, Volkswagen cars differ from the imported cars. So the traditional models of trade were set out by the model of David Ricardo and the Hector-Rollin model. Student, listen, intra-industry trade, which tried to explain the occurrence of intra-industrial trade. Both model used which model? David Ricardo and Hector-Rollin. So both model used the idea of comparative advantages and explanation of why countries trade. However, many economists have made the point of claiming that this model provide no explanation to our intra industry trade as a under their assumption country which identical factor endowment would not trade and produce goods domestically. So over the past 3 decades, as intra-industry trade has developed, many economists have looked at other explanation. So student, what is mean by meaning of intra-industrial trade? So intra-industry trade refers to the exchange of product belonging to the same country, same industry. The term is usually applied to international trade where the same kinds of goods and services are both imported and exported. So here one example, examples of these kits of trade include automobiles, foodstuffs and beverage, computers and minerals. So intra-industry trade represent international trade within industries rather than between industries. So student, listen, such trade is more beneficial than inter-industry trade because it stimulate innovation and exploit economics of scale. So since productive factor do not switch from one industry to another but only within industry, intra-industry and trade is less disruptive than intra-industry trade. So student, आंतरउद्योग ही जी काही संज्ञा आहे ती आंतर उद्योगांतर्गत व्यापार म्हणजे या संज्ञेपेक्षा कशी वेगळी आहे म्हणजे उद्योगांतर्गत आंतरराष्ट्रीय व्यापार म्हणजे अशी स्थिती की ज्यामध्ये एका उद्योगाच्या वस्तूच्या दुसऱ्या वेगळ्या उद्योगाच्या वस्तूबरोबर काय होतो, विनिमय होतो. विनिमय म्हणजेच इम्पोर्ट एक्सपोर्ट म्हणजे जी देवाणघेवाण होते. आता उदाहरण सांगायचं म्हणजे बघा, आपल्या देशात, आपला देश भारत देशामध्ये जेव्हा गव्हाचं जे काय प्रोडक्शन होतं ते गहू आपण काय करतो, गव्हाच्या बदल्यात जपानला जर घड्याळ घ्यायची असेल, म्हणजे जपानकडून आपल्याला घड्याळ घ्यायचं असेल तर गव्हाचा भारताचा गहू जपानच्या घड्याळाच्या बदल्यात दिल्यानंतर काय होतं, भारत हा गव्हाची निर्यात करतो म्हणजे काय करतो, एक्सपोर्ट, आणि घड्याळाची काय करतो, आयात करतो म्हणजेच इम्पोर्ट. तर याचा तुलनात्मक सिद्धांत किंवा हेक्चर-ओहलींचा जो काय सिद्धांत आहे, अनेक सिद्धांत किंवा प्रतिमानामध्ये दोन किंवा ज्या देशामध्ये अंतर्गत उद्योग काय होतो आपल्याला स्पष्ट होतो. म्हणजे वस्तू विभेदनाच्या स्थितीमध्ये जेव्हा उत्पादन खर्चातील मोठ्या प्रमाणातील फरकासह विविध वस्तूच्या सर्व प्रकारांचे उत्पादन करून त्यांचा जो काय विनिमय होतो त्याला काय म्हणतो, आंतर उद्योग व्यापार म्हणजेच इंट्रा इंडस्ट्रियल ट्रेड. सो याच्यामध्ये जे काही बेनिफिट्स, हे आंतरउद्योग व्यापार केल्यामुळे जे काही बेनिफिट्स असतात किंवा त्याच्या अनुकूल बाबी आहेत, त्या अनुकूल बाबी आपण पुढील ह्याच्यात पाहूया. तर सिग्निफिकन्स ऑफ इंट्रा इंडस्ट्रियल ट्रेड. What is significance? Which is significance? So one by one point are here. So I have explained that. So first is need not be based on competitive advantages. First point is significance of intra-industry trade. I can explain that the significance of intra-industry trade arise from the basic characters. It need not be based on comparative advantages. To a large extent, intra-industry trade arise from the fact that products are differentiated and the production of any particular product requires some fixed cost. So listen here, the more sport utility vehicle Ford makes, the lower the unit cost, and the more markets Benz convertible produced, the lower and unit cost. So some elements of comparative advantages may be involved. For example, Germany may have a comparative advantage in producing high quality cars. So however, the automobiles industry is now a world industry. To the extent that comparative advantages is not involved, the pattern of trade is indeterminate. So when economics of scale are involved, who expert that can be determined that accident of history. So need not be based on competitive advantages is that is important significance intra-industry trade. So second is need not cause dislocation. Locations. So one of the great benefit of intra-industry trade is that international trade need not cause the dislocations. So associated with intra-industry trade. So student, this Toffler Samuelson, name of the economics, Stolper Samuelson theory suggests that the industrial trade can cause a redistribution in income from scarce factor to abundant factors. But if most international trade is intra-industry, the impact on internal income distribution should be relatively minor. So if trade is not based on scarce and abundant factors of production, so it does not result in reduction demand for the scarce factor and increased demand for abundant factors. So student, this explanation finally, expansion need not result in large changes in the distribution of income. So, need not cause dislocation is the main significance of the intra-industry trade. So, let's see enhance gains. Enhances gains. So, intra-industry trade enhances the gains from trade through better exploitation of economics of scale rather than through comparative advantages, as a trade leads country to country trade on the limited number of product within any particular industry. So, this leads to a expansion of word output. This leads to an expansion of words output because the saving of fixed cost. Because of the saving of fixed cost. So, enhance gains. So, this is important enhance gains in significance of intra industry trade. So, next, then innovation. Specialization within industrial categories may also stimulate innovation. So, student, producing a greater variety and number of goods increasing our general knowledge about technology, and greater knowledge implies smaller cost of knowledge accumulation. So, for example, I explained that the US importation of Japanese cars and trucks has led to improvement in US car. Listen, for example, US importation of Japanese cars and trucks has led to improvements in US car and truck manufacturers. So, this is a innovation. So, this is a main significance of intra-industry trade. This is innovation. And last is reduction in demand for protection. Reduction in demand for protection. So, intra-industry trade reduction the demand for protection because why? So, because any industry there is both export and import, making it difficult to achieve anonymity among those demanding protection. Intra-industry trade need not give rise to a justification for a strategic trade policy that is giving export subsidies to correct for departure from perfect competition. So, student, listen carefully. It is true that much intra-industry trade takes place under imperfect competition. Imperfect competition, but monopolistic competition is for all practical purpose efficiency. So, there is many more significance of intra-industry trade. I have explained that within a very important, and intra-industry trade is significance in the our topic. So, listen, student, let's stop here our lecture. So, and next video we will teach a new topic. So, thank you very much.